This episode is brought to you by San Pellegrino Ciao. A gift from Italy to your home. San Pellegrino Ciao is a flavored sparkling water made with real fruit juice, finished with a pinch of Sicilian salt for a perfectly balanced taste. So which flavor will you choose? Peach, lime, blood orange, cherry, or maybe the all-new limoncello? Crafted in Italy with 0 grams of added sugar. San Pellegrino Ciao. Buy it now.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And it also makes it very, very difficult for them to acquire nuclear. So I just don't understand why some people are like, you know what? These days, everybody's about everything. Nothing's good enough, right? Possibly it started back with the remote control on television, right? You can the moment you're bored, the moment something doesn't like, you switch. Nothing's good enough, right? We become very, very nitpicky and highly, I don't know, finicky. And I think the world is kind of programmed. The default position of too much of the world is to be, it sucks. It wasn't that great. Had to drive all the way there. No, you don't have to be like that. Amazing things are happening, and even if they're happening on the other side of the world, or you're just a small little picture, attitude is everything. Attitude is everything. You know who said that? Andre Agassi. Remember him? The football, I'm sorry, what did he play? Tennis with the long hair. He was involved with Brooke Shields. In fact, I think they were married. Attitude is everything. You know, I saw something recently where they had people think positive thoughts around a glass of water, and other people in another room think negative thoughts around the glass of water. And they actually found out that there were more electrolytes in the glass of water in the positive thinking than there were in the negative thinking room. Your thinking can have an impact, I absolutely believe, on the real world. And some of the guys last night said that out loud. Some of the fighters I saw at the Ultimate Fighting Championship. It was, wait a second. Is it United Fighting Championship or Ultimate Fighting Championship? Tell me a little bit more, Phil. So, by the way, is it offensive to you that my first ever UFC match, I got to go and sit ringside for the world champion, and I did it right there at the White House, and it was my first ever.
Yeah, no, it was very offensive.
It must be, right?
You just called it the United Fighting Championship.
Well, it's the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I said Ultimate, then I thought that was weird.
I look,
United. I am not pretending I'm somebody else. I got an invitation from the White House. I was honored to come, and I actually genuinely enjoyed the contest, the match.
On principle, I wouldn't have gone if I was you. Knowing I'm not a fan, I wouldn't have gone.
No. This is the way you interpret an invitation from the White House. This is what we did in the Marine Corps. If you get an invitation from the White House, you treat it as an order, a direct order from the commander-in-chief. No matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, no matter if you think he's going to notice, you're going to be sitting at his table, or you're going to be sitting 2 miles away, you show up at the White House. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. And there I was, ringside. And I make no apologies. I mean, look, you got a new fan. You got a new and total fan. Granted, Phil, what's up with the punching when the guy's down on the ground and you still punch him? I mean, is this what makes it so popular? This took me a little bit of getting used to, and I couldn't tell. All right, so how do you actually win? Like, sometimes a guy was down and pinned, and yet the match wasn't over. How do you actually thoroughly win?
It's when, like, the ref determines when the fighter is defenseless, when they can no longer defend themselves. So they will hit them until they are not fighting back. A lot of times you'll hear the referee go, fight back, defend yourself. And if they don't defend themselves, they pry them off.
Now, is there a lot of discretion for the referee, or is it pretty much understood?
There are a lot of rules, despite it. Like, people think of it being like a blood sport where it's just no rules, just people, like two big guys destroying each other. But there are a lot of rules involved, and there is the referees get a lot of criticism because they're at liberty to. Sometimes there's a bad call, a bad stoppage, too early, too late, yada yada.
Find that sound effect for 10 seconds. Bam, bam, bam. There's like this
The
thing.
clappers,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, what the hell is that? At 10 seconds left. By the way, the round is 5 minutes long, which is like an eternity. It's like, I don't know what the hell happens. There's like a lot happens in 5 minutes, and it seems like it's long. And, well, anyway, I thought it was great. Anything you want to tell me about the tattoos that almost all of these guys have?
A lot of fighters like having tattoos. A lot of fighters like having really bad tattoos. Like I'm sure you saw at the main event, Justin Gaethje, the American guy who